Hi everyone, welcome to today's Lunch and Learn session where we're going to be focusing on driving diversity, leveraging Sage people to support an inclusive workplace. My name's Danny French and I'm going to be today's host. I'm a senior solutions consultant and a HR recruitment product specialist with 17 years experience across many industries, working with people professionals from both a global and a local perspective. So we've got a fantastic agenda ahead today. Firstly, we're going to focus on the business case for DE&I, and we're going to talk through some of the common challenges and hurdles that organisations can face and some solutions to overcome these. We'll also look at how Sage people can help support your organisation's strategies, followed by a product demonstration really showcasing some of the areas where Sage people can really support and help. If you have any questions as we go through the session, please feel free to drop these into the questions section in the GoToWebinar Q&A panel, and we'll look to address these or follow these up after the session. The benefits of building a diverse workforce extends far beyond a simple moral imperative. In today's world, it's a business necessity. Research consistently shows that companies that prioritise DE&I experience higher innovation, better decision making and increased employee engagement. Tracking and analysing DE&I metrics enable companies to develop data-driven strategies that align with broader business goals, such as driving improved talent attraction, acquisition and employee retention by developing a culture that fosters a sense of belonging and inclusivity, which employees and candidates alike are increasingly seeking out. By addressing the challenges of managing DE&I initiatives across diverse teams, businesses can foster a more inclusive, high-performing and resilient workplace, better equipped to adapt to change and respond to complex challenges due to a variety of skills, experiences and approaches. While the benefits of DE&I are clear, many organisations still face significant challenges in implementing and sustaining effective DE&I initiatives. Some of the common hurdles include struggling to collect comprehensive DE&I data from candidates and employees, which leads to gaps in understanding diversity metrics. Limited access to real-time detailed DE&I reporting makes it difficult to track progress and identify areas for improvement. Employees struggle to access DE&I policies and guidelines, leading to inconsistent understanding and implementation of initiatives. And a successful DE&I strategy relies on active employee engagement. If your workforce is unaware of ongoing initiatives around the organisation, the impacts of your efforts may be lost or limited. So the solutions to some of these hurdles include implementing processes to capture essential DE&I data consistently throughout the employee lifecycle, ensuring a holistic view of diversity, establishing reporting frameworks that provide clear visibility into diversity metrics, enabling organisations to monitor progress effectively, creating a unified repository for DE&I policies, making it easier for employees to access and understand the organisation's commitment to diversity easily, and developing communication strategies that promote DE&I initiatives and encourage employee involvement, fostering a culture of inclusivity and awareness. Thinking of those hurdles and challenges that we've just talked through, having a HRIS that supports the organisation overcome these challenges is vitally important. With Sage people, you can effortlessly gather and analyse diversity data during the recruitment phase. Empower your team to engage with cultural events through dynamic self-service communications. Make striking impact with personalised branding for DE&I initiatives, showcasing your commitment to diversity on key occasions. Simplify your DE&I policies in a centralised location, making it easy for employees to access relevant policies to them. Foster community by facilitating the formation of employee resource groups that amplify diverse voices and support networks around the organisation. and leverage powerful DE&I dashboards and reports for real-time insights, allowing you to track progress and measure the impact of your initiatives effectively. So we're now going to move into the product demonstration section of the session. But just as an overview, Sage People is a global HRIS solution offering capability to support the entire employee lifecycle. This includes recruitment, onboarding, core HR, absence management, performance, talent and succession features, as well as industry-leading dashboarding and reporting capability. Sage People is built on the Salesforce platform, offering industry-leading reliability, security and scalability, and we leverage the power of the Salesforce platform to enable and offer our customers a powerful, configurable and flexible solution to support their unique business needs. Let's take a further look. So we're here in the Sage People Employee Self-Service homepage. The homepage is the first area that the employee lands on when they log into the self-service, and here you can see that we've got a range of communications waiting for us to take a look at. Sage People offers a range of communication options, including rich text for drafting content, links to policies, click-throughs to direct employees to other solutions or content held elsewhere in the cloud, embedded video, embedded X feeds. And Sage People also enables these communications to be shared with specific groups of employees using Sage People's policy feature. This policy feature, it's not like a HR policy, but it's a feature where we can group employees together and control all of the self-service options and processes and features that the employee has access to, the branding and logos and wording that's available in the self-service, and also the processes that sit underlying these features in the self-service to enable customers to offer unique experiences around their global businesses, by country, for example. So on the homepage, as I said, we can see a range of communications that's been shared with us. We have a piece here on centering neurodiversity at work. So the business has shared its initiatives and the things that it is doing around neurodiversity, and as an employee I can take a look and read through this directly in the self-service. Coming back to the home page, we also have a section on mental health matters. In this particular example, this piece of content is held elsewhere, off of Sage People. So this actually is a click-through piece of communication. This is actually going to direct me out to another location. This is actually on our Sage website, where we've got an article around supporting mental health at work and wellness. But it's a great way that HR can also direct employees to content that's held elsewhere in your cloud real estate as well. We also have, directly on the homepage here, a policy that's being shared with us. So it's a policy around creating an inclusive culture in the workplace. And you'll see directly on the home screen here that we can see that there's actually an action awaiting for us underneath this piece. So we've got the awaiting action tag here. Clicking into the content here, this is where I can actually access the actual policy itself. So this is held as a PDF version, held directly within Sage People. It enables me as an employee to take a look and read through that policy, understand what it's setting out. And I'm also being requested from HR to confirm that I've read and understood this policy that's being shared. So I've got the confirmation or confirm button in the top right hand corner here. On clicking this is going to give HR visibility that I've read and understood this particular policy. And it's also going to give HR the ability via real-time reports and dashboards, the ability to see who has or who hasn't agreed to that policy within the organisation, give them real-time insight into compliance, for example. And we've also got, directly here as well, easily accessible for the employee, a policy store, so that the employee can always access really quickly and easily all of those relevant policies to who they are within the organisation. And again, these can be shared based on that policy feature that we mentioned, that can mean that you can share policies by country or business area, making it easy for employees to get to the relevant policies directly within the self-service quickly. So as you'll see, there's a great range of tools to enable HR to really share with employees around the organisation the great initiatives that are being undertaken around DE&I, and start to share these with the relevant global groups around the organisation so that employees can be informed and aware of these initiatives that are happening. So also directly in the self-service here, the employee has the ability to manage their profile and manage all of their personal information. And you'll see there's a range of sections from personal details, dependents, education, right the way through to emergency contacts. And as part of this, let's click into the personal details section. As part of this, we can start to capture DE&I related data from employees. So you'll see that we've got a range of DE&I fields here, but we also then give the employee the ability to have real-time access to update and maintain these fields when they need to across device. So you'll see here that the employee has a range of DE&I related fields. Now, Sage People also offers custom field configurability. So if you're not seeing all of the DE&I fields that you as an organisation want to capture, don't worry, these are configurable pieces that would work with you and enable you to maintain and control going forward, so that you're in control of capturing and allowing employees to update and maintain all of the relevant DE&I information that you want to capture as part of your initiatives around the organisation. So straight away here you can see that it's really easy for the employee just to be able to come in and control and update that information as they require. So another area that I want to focus on now is that area around fostering community by facilitating the formation of employee resource groups that can amplify diverse voices and support networks around the organisation. And we've got a feature that speaks directly to that within Sage People, and we call it groups. Again, it's a self-service feature that's available to employees. It actually sits up in my work details area here, but it could be moved into any of the other navigation areas that you might want to. And it's a really, really great feature to allow employees around the organisation to set up either public or private groups that employees can join publicly or can be invited to privately. And it's a great way to bring people together using the self-service. You'll see here, for example, from Steve's perspective, who we're logged in as, Steve's actually part of a Pride Ambassadors group and a Special Projects Teams group, both of which are private groups in this example. But he's also got the ability to come into the Discover section to find other groups, from a public perspective, that are available around the organisation. And going back to the groups that Steve is a part of, when Steve is part of a group, he can see all of the other group members directly in the group section. Here, we can also click in to find further information about those particular people. Should I need to get in contact with them, for example, if I wanted to see where they sit in the org chart, I've got that visibility to do so. But I also get further access as well. So when I'm part of a group with other colleagues, I can see their availability directly in the absence calendar as well. So if I come up into my absence calendar here and I come into the team view, you'll see not only can I see my direct reports, Steve's the manager in this example, but we can also see those Pride Ambassadors and that Special Projects team that I'm a part of. So it gives me the added ability to see their availability directly in the absence calendar as well. And the groups feature also enables colleagues that are part of the same group to share a common OKR as part of our OKR and OKR key results feedback and continuous conversation feature. So if those colleagues together in that group have a shared OKR that they are working to, they can document and contribute to that OKR directly in Sage People as well. But it's a really, really great self-service feature that's freely available to employees to create those public and private groups that could really, really be a great tool for you to use around your DE&I initiatives around the organisation. So we're going to move into the HR administration side of Sage People now and look at how we can leverage Sage People's excellent dashboard and reporting features to start to view and analyse DE&I data. So let's move across. Firstly, we're going to take a look at Sage People's excellent headcount and salary dashboard that comes out of the box with the Sage People product. So this is an out-of-the-box dashboard as part of the 15 dashboards that Sage People provides as standard, which includes over 100 individual reports that your HR team can have access to as soon as your data is moved into the Sage People solution as part of implementation, that you can then start to access and leverage immediately with the solution. As you'll see, this dashboard focuses on gender, generational and age range metrics and breakdowns as part of the overall view. And these fields are captured as standard within the Sage People product, enabling you to have this type of metric and analysis as soon as your data is implemented into the solution. As with all Sage People dashboards, we offer the ability to drill through into the underlying report. So, for example, if we want to move and take a look at the gender mix across the colleague base or headcount, we've got the ability to go from the overall view here, where we can see the overall breakdown of male and female gender groups, where we can then move into taking a look at the specific report in detail, where we might want to further analyse this. Obviously, we can add further gender groups to the reporting as well. Again, that can be based on your company's requirements or how you want to report on this area. But it gives you the ability, with drilling through into the report, to further break down the report if you wanted to, and to get things like headcount and headcount splits and percentage splits across the organisation as well, very, very easily here. So let's move into our DE&I example dashboard now. So this example dashboard focuses on gender, ethnicity, disability, and provides breakdowns across salary, headcount, hires and leavers, and also provides a breakdown of gender across manager groups and senior management levels as well. As I mentioned earlier, Sage People offers extensibility through the ability to configure custom fields and make these visible and editable to employees, to managers and to HR. All custom fields are reportable, and with Sage People's excellent dashboard and reporting features, configuring new reports and dashboards or updating out of the box ones is super easy. This will be a game changer for your business, as it provides you with a dashboard and reporting suite that's going to put you in control and enable you to configure reports and dashboard views to suit and focus on areas and initiatives such as DE&I, giving you a range of tools to be able to focus on those metrics and analyse the data that you're collecting. So as well as this, as with all Sage People dashboards and reports, HR can subscribe to dashboards and reports easily using the subscription tool. So this tool offers HR the ability to set the frequency, the days and the time with which they want the metrics from the dashboard to be dropped into their inbox. Which is a really useful tool. Instead of having to come into Sage People to see these metrics, just have these dropped out at a convenient time. But also HR can also schedule and share these metrics with other recipients in the business as well. So we've got the ability to add recipients to the subscription. So this could be a leadership team, for example, other people in the business away from HR that we want to share these metrics with. And then these metrics can also be delivered to these stakeholders' inboxes for them to take a look at and read through at their leisure as well. Again, really useful to support ongoing, kind of senior leadership meetings, manager meetings that are happening around the business as well. And also with individual reports. So if I come into, for example, the ethnicity breakdown report here, you'll see that we've also got, with the individual reports, the ability to be able to firstly export data out into Excel should we want to, so we can set the Excel type that we want to deliver the data out to. And also with subscription, we've got the ability to add further detail around conditions. So this is where we can set thresholds, for example, maybe if it's a certain gender threshold that we want to have the report sent when it goes above a certain level, for example, we can certainly use the conditional feature to trigger the delivery of these metrics, these reports, to our inbox rather than having to come and take a look at the data on an ongoing basis, for example. The dashboard and reporting suite really does give you the power when embarking on projects such as DE&I initiatives, as it puts the solution in your hands to leverage and most importantly analyse the metrics to understand how these initiatives such as DE&I are being adopted by colleagues across the business. So in summary, Sage People is an excellent solution to support and enhance your organisation's DE&I initiatives through communication and inclusivity tools and flexible and configurable reporting tools which enable you to develop and execute data-driven strategies that align with your wider business goals. By adopting Sage People, you can easily address the challenges of managing DE&I initiatives and foster a more inclusive and high-performing workplace. We're at the end of the session now. Thank you very much for your time today, and please do get in touch if you'd like to find out more about Sage People and its configurable and flexible HR solution, perfect for mid-sized multinational organisations like yours.